It is Monday, September 15th. What a game this weekend for the Browns. Just looked the part. Super Bowl Browns are here. Oh, no, they were awful. I'm sorry. that was in my dreams. Yesterday. Yeah, it was a bad game yesterday. Bad deal. But the defense, outside of a few spots, didn't look bad. I mean, when the offense is spotting the Ravens fucking 21 points, what do you want the defense to do? Yeah. But decent game for the defense, horrific game for the offense. And it is week 2 and the second week in a row where I'm calling for Joe Flacco to be benched. And I had someone on my timeline. I said that right, like after, I don't even remember what play it was. I think it was his latest pick, or I guess he only had one pick. So the one interception, it was like, all right, it's time to see a rookie. Like I'm over it. We're not going to win this game. We're not going to win many games at all. Let's play the rookies. Yeah. And I got just destroyed by a couple Browns fans. This Joe Flacco allegiance or glaze is incredible. He's awful. Like even his completed passes. Jerry Jeudy had to jump like a fucking 42-inch vertical to catch one. Harold Fannin, thank God he's a freak. He had to jump out of the gym to catch one. Both open. Both should have been easy completions, but he made it really difficult. And even his touchdown pass went right through Marlon Humphrey's hands. Should have been a pick. Yeah. Should have been a pick. Like, even his completed passes are bad. Yeah. And I love Joe Flacco, but it's just, it's Jover. It's over. Like,
it's Jover.
He's not it.
It's never been more Jover. And it is weird that you have these, portion of Browns fans that are so, allegiant to this guy after, listen, 2 years ago, that 6-game run or whatever to end the season, make the playoffs. That was fun. That was all good. And yeah, maybe we should have re-signed him last year. And we didn't, but he ended up sticking in Indy anyway. So I don't know why we're defending Joe Flacco in 2025 when he has been asked now for 2 straight years. And at this point, Zach, like you said, I'm ready to see. We have 2 rookie quarterbacks on this roster. I would like to see what either of them can bring to the table. And I mean, shit, Dillon Gabriel threw a touchdown pass yesterday. Like, why? I don't know.
He looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to overreact to that one drive. No. The Ravens had pulled all their starters, but still, he looked decent. And Joe Flacco's never looked decent. I don't care who's playing. And here's the thing. We could talk about that all we want. We're going to get to it. We haven't even started the show. Yeah. But starters or not, Joe Flacco versus zone coverage had open receivers and was way off target. I don't give a shit if Kyle Hamilton is out there or not. It's still zone. The guy's in an open zone. You could put fucking Ed Reed back there or me. It's still a zone. He's in the zone. He's open, on time, accurate. Done. Doesn't matter who's playing. Doesn't matter who's on defense. So I'm over it. And that's my question today. Are we? I don't want to overreact, but do you think Joe Flacco it should be over, be done? Like, he could be an emergency backup. Yeah. Should Joe Flacco be sat down? Should he be put on the bench? Yes or no? In the chat, that's what I need to know. Comment yes or no. Y or N. Should the Joe Flacco era in Cleveland be over? Yes or no? That's all I want to know. We got that and more to talk about. The Chiefs are 0-2. The Swifties are 0-2 to start the year.
The Swifties are 0-2, and Indiana Jones is 2-0. What a world we live in. Zach.
What a world we live in. The Chiefs are now 0-3 in their last 3 games.
Yeah.
2 of them to the Eagles. So they got that going for them. So let's get it going. Let's get it started. Lukey, let them know what time it is, Bubba. It is. They need to level up.
I think we have some freaks in Menace Army.
I'm okay with that. Go watch the fucking film. But I appreciate you for riding with us. Menace Army. Menace out.
Menace Army! Let's get to the show!
Let's get to the show.
All right, Zach. It is Monday. Let's get a fantasy update. How did your team do this week?
Well, let's see. I was winning. It's a great question. I should have had this pulled up. I'm up 105 to 84. Got an 88% chance to win. Joe Burrow getting hurt killed me. I got Brock Bowers, the Texans defense, and whatever the fuck, Chase McLaughlin for Tampa Bay still to play, and he only has Ladd McConkey and Geno Smith to play. So I feel like I got it in the bag.
Okay, there it is, big time.
Up 21 with 3 to play.
That's huge. I'm down 50 in our Menace League, and that's cooked. It's going to come down to the wire in a couple other leagues. One league, I'm down by 1 point, but projected to finish with 132. My opponent's projected to have 127. Who do I have tonight? Tonight I have CJ Stroud, and that's it. And he has Ladd McConkey. So
you're cooked.
I don't know. Stroud's going to ball out tonight, I think.
Okay.
And then the other league I'm in, I'm projected to win. I'm down 94-68 right now, but projected to finish with 104. My opponent's done, but I have Nick Chubb and Nico Collins, and the Chargers kicker, Dicker the kicker, to still go in that league.
Dicker the kicker.
Dicker the kicker. So overall, what is that? Projected maybe 2-1, and then in my sleeper, I'm in 6 leagues, so it's all over the place. I'm getting killed in best ball, winning in dynasty, and going to come down to the wire again. So I could go 4-2 in my 6 leagues, so I'll take it.
6 leagues is you have a problem.
Maybe a little bit.
You have a problem.
It just means more opportunities to win, I guess.
And more opportunities to lose, yes.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, Zach, we had a crazy day of football all day yesterday. Multiple games coming down to the wire. First of all, I want to start with the Giants-Cowboys game. Absolutely
64-yarder to send it to overtime is crazy.
Oh my God, 64-yarder, and not that, but just the back and forth. First of all, odd year Dak, he's here. It's happening. I'm telling you. Buy the stock in odd year Dak right now. MVP odds are still pretty good. But him and Russell Wilson just going blow for blow in the fourth quarter. Malik Neighbors had a day, 9 catches, 167 yards, 2 tutties. Russ, crazy, 30 for 41, 450 through the air, 3 tutties. I mean,
crazy.
Absolute crazy game.
Yeah, the Giants offense was popping. And it was great to see my guy Cam Scattaboo toting that rock. I'll say this at least. The Giants look much better.
Yeah.
Right? They look much better. And I don't want to talk about a 1-game sample size. They started the year 0-2, so it's not like they're on some trajectory to make the playoffs, but they look a lot better than they looked last year.
Yeah, they definitely do. And especially the offense coming from week 1. What do they have? 6 points against Washington to then popping off for 37 against Dallas. I know Dallas's defense is kind of in shambles ever since the Micah trade, but it's still for them to be able to do what they did, 450 through the air for Russ is crazy. Now, if you're a Giants fan, because I have a bunch of Giants, friends that are Giants fans back home in Jersey, they're already pushing for Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Despite Russell Wilson balling out, kind of in the same boat as us, as they just want to see what the rookie has and try to get him developed. However, with how Russ played yesterday.
Yeah, you can't do that.
We
are not the same.
No, we are not.
Joe Flacco, I don't think he's at 450 yards in 2 games. Russ had it in 1.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I dislike Russell Wilson, he was balling. He looked the part. And I think he has 2 really good weapons. I mean, Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson went over 300 yards combined, just those 2 for 3 touchdowns. I mean, 18 yards a catch for Malik Neighbors, almost 18 yards a catch for Wan'Dale. I think there's a lot of question marks around Dallas's defense. I don't know if that defense can get them anywhere close to, a playoff run. They might make the playoffs if Dak's going to throw for 361 yards and 2 touchdowns every game.
Yeah.
Got a real good shot of making the playoffs, but I don't think they can win in the playoffs, at least not multiple games with that defense.
No. It'll take a crazy run, almost like, Jaden Daniels, even last year, the Commanders didn't have a great defense, but they had to score 40-something points a game in order to beat Detroit in the first round. And then, but yeah, again, exactly. The defense is going to need to get better for Dallas down the stretch. But if you're the Giants, I guess what's frustrating, I'm tying this to the Browns now, is like when I watch Joe Flacco and I watch this offense operate, I know it's been 2 games, but how it compares to the 6-game run we had with Flacco in 23. It seems like Stefanski has just completely fucking neutered the offense, and we're not taking any deep shots, and everything that Joe Flacco is doing are checkdowns to tight ends, short, passes to wide receivers, and checkdowns to running backs as well. I'm watching this Giants team yesterday, and I'm watching Russell Wilson just fucking chuck that shit deep to Malik Neighbors, to Wan'Dale Robinson, to whoever. Now, I get part of it is that the Browns don't have those kind of skill positions, but fucking Flacco made it work with 35-year-old Amari Cooper 2 years ago, however the fuck old he was.
Yeah.
And Amari Cooper had 2 200-yard receiving games of Flacco. That's where, as much as we're going to trash Flacco, I think there's absolutely some blame to go on Kevin Stefanski as well, because he's not calling, deep shots down the field in order to let Flacco air it out.
Yeah, he's not. I just don't. Those are lower percentage throws, and I actually think Flacco's calling decent games. I do wish he would push the ball down the field a little bit. He's not. But my real issue is number one, Joe Flacco's accuracy. pass pro wasn't great. Obviously, we had DeJuan Jones was out. Like, it was just a train wreck up front.
Yeah.
But Joe Flacco's accuracy and then the fucking drop passes. We cannot catch the ball. He's not making it easy on us. Flacco's not making it easy on his receivers, but Jerry Jeudy had multiple drops.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I want him to open it up. I want him to push it down the field. I just don't know. I don't know that the Browns have it. I mean, I do know they don't have it.
No.
It's just it's very disappointing.
Yeah, it is. Again, I didn't even want to get into the Browns this early on in the show, but just talking about the Giants was like, damn,
every game I look at, all I can think about is related to the Browns.
Yeah,
like every
true.
I mean, I look at the Bengals Jaguars game. Shout out Jaguars catching an L, big for our draft pick next year. But you watch these games and it's like as bad as the Bengals offense looked against the Browns defense last week. They go out. Jamar Chase is popping off almost 170 yards receiving and a touchdown. We don't have a playmaker like that. Not even close. No. Most teams don't have a playmaker like Jamar Chase, but we don't even have a playmaker close.
And I was really hopeful that Jerry Jeudy was going to, take that next step up. We saw it last year. I mean, finished 6th in the NFL in receiving yards last year. And I know like it wasn't flashy at times. A lot of it was garbage time or Jameis Winston time late in the season when the season was over. But I thought that, all right, shit, maybe we have a piece here. Maybe he's not an alpha wide receiver one, the way like a Malik Neighbors is in New York or a Jamar Chase is in Cincinnati. But at least he would be, a solid option outside. But he can't even catch the fucking ball now.
It's bad.
And it just hurts the entire room because if he's not playing like a wide receiver one, then the whole room just completely falls off. And for him, again, all week, the Browns players are talking shit. Jerry Jeudy saying that the Baltimore secondary, doesn't present a challenge. Well, I guess he was kind of right. The challenge is that he can't even catch the fucking ball. It doesn't matter who's on this Baltimore secondary.
They don't present a challenge because it's you versus you. You present the challenge, Jerry. Like, you can't catch the ball.
Just insane.
They haven't updated all the analytics on Pro Football Focus, so I don't have the entire league.
Yeah.
And CeeDee Lamb had 4 drops in week 1, so I don't know if he's surpassed CeeDee because he had 2 drops last week. I counted at least 2 drops in this game.
Yeah, at least 2, yeah.
It might have been 3. He's got to be at the top of the list in the NFL for drops.
And this was after what? He led the NFL last year in drops, I believe.
I don't know what the issue is. I mean, hand-eye coordination, man. You got to train it. That's just moral of the story. You got to train it.
Yeah. Last year, 2024, Jerry Jeudy had 13 drops in 17 games, the most in the NFL.
It's a problem. I mean, your number one job as receivers, catch the ball. It's like, what do you look for in a receiver? People always ask me that. Well, what do you look for when you look at a receiver? I'm like, well, one, you got to have good ball skills. You got to catch the ball. I mean, I can deal with 4.6. I love 4.4. I love great acceleration. But if you can't, I mean, look at KJ Hill, not the fastest guy, had good shorter area quickness, but he caught the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
You have to catch the ball.
Absolutely. It's driving me crazy now. And fuck, he had 13 drops last year in 17 games.
Yeah, he's already got 4 or 5
this year in 2 games. He might surpass last year's total. So it's a bad deal. That's something that the Browns are going to have to figure out real quick.
I think they need to throw. I think Cedric Tillman needs to be wide receiver 1. Moral of the story.
I think Cedric Tillman needs to get the ball more. And honestly, I know that he is kind of late to the party, signing late in training camp. But like we see flashes from Isaiah Bond, and I want to get him more involved in this offense.
Yeah.
Because I think he's electric with the ball in his hands. And I'm kind of getting really sick and tired of the Jerry Jeudy experiment here. And I was hopeful that he was going to resurrect his career in Cleveland, and it looked kind of to be the part last year. But so far through 2 games this year, I mean, the drops were inexcusable. That's what it is. And for a team that's already at its, deficit when it comes to skill positions, you got to play at your best. And it's just frustrating.
And it's, listen, and how much better is Jerry Jeudy than Isaiah Bond or Jamari Thrash? Like, if he's going to drop the ball like that, I don't see a difference. I think he's a better player than both of them when he catches the ball. Yeah. But that's kind of important to catch the football.
That's the main objective of the fucking position.
It's literally why they call it receiving. You have to receive the ball.
Yeah.
That's just wild. But let's get a commercial break.
Yes.
We're already on the Browns. We're not supposed to be on the Browns. We'll get back to the rest of the NFL and then get to the Browns some more because I want to talk about that defense. I think they got a chance to be fucking really good. If we just stop turning the ball over, got a punt block, like just train wreck outside of the defense. And we got some issues in the secondary. Denzel Ward has cramps now. Fuck me. All right, we'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army, fall is here. And when it comes to the back-to-school rush, early morning drop-offs, after-school activities, football games, last-minute supply runs, you name it, you got to go to the grocery store, get coffee, get gas. I got a hack for you. It's called Upside. With the free Upside app, there's an easy way to earn real cash back every time you fill up the tank, grab a bite to eat, stock up on essentials, whether you're driving across town for a soccer game or picking up snacks for the school lunchbox. Upside helps you keep more in your pocket. In fact, Top Upside has given back $1 billion total to its users. The free Upside app gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. There are over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app. And yes, it's real cash back. No confusing rewards, points, or credits. Just actual money you can transfer straight to your bank account. I use it. I just started using it, and I've already earned cash back. It's incredible. You can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product. That includes loyalty programs, credit card rewards, $1 million cash back being earned by users each week. Upside is giving back $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you can earn, download the free Upside app and use promo code MENACE to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. You can't beat that. That's an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas using promo code MENACE. Did you know that more people now consume cannabis than alcohol? Maybe it's because there's no hangover. You don't have to deal with the impact alcohol is on your body. But whatever the reason, Cornbread Hemp just launched these incredible THC seltzers that I highly encourage you check out. It's a seltzer that tastes and feels amazing. It's perfect for summer and fall and football season. It's a low-calorie drink, only 30 calories and 5 grams of sugar, made with pure THC and all natural ingredients. No synthetics. It's the real deal. Each can has 5 milligrams of THC, which is the perfect amount so you don't become a zombie. It just takes the edge off, and you can drink at your own pace to get the feeling you desire. Blueberry Breeze is my favorite flavor. They also have peach iced tea, raspberry limeade is gas, and salted watermelon is phenomenal. I highly encourage you check it out. Right now, Menace to Sports listeners can save 30% off their first order and enjoy free shipping on orders over $75. Head to cornbreadhemp.com/menace and use code MENACE at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/menace. Code MENACE, Cornbread Hemp. This is a good life. There you go. Get you some of them cornbread hemp.
Cornbread hemp. Zach, the Giants are 0-2. Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts are 2-0. I thought it was a fluke last week. Week 1, just whatever. Crazy shit happens. Now here we go, week 2. An absolutely crazy ending and a great comeback for the Colts to beat Denver on a last-second field goal after missing the potential last-second field goal that from 60 yards, Denver committed a personal foul call, moving the Colts 15 yards closer before drilling a 45-yarder. But Daniel Jones is low-key balling out.
Not low-key. Very, very high-key right in front of our faces.
I mean, insane. Again, I'm still not ready to stamp this. I think this is a fluke 2-game run right now because I've watched this guy for a long time. But fucking 316 yards passing yesterday, no turnovers.
I mean, it's crazy that if I would have told you, Pat, that the key to the Colts unlocking their offensive firepower would be to grab Daniel Jones and draft a tight end, you'd have been like, wait, what? I mean, Tyler Warren, 4 catches, 79 yards.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor has been a monster, so we knew that. I mean, he had 6.6 yards to carry, over 165 yards rushing, 2 catches for 50 yards with the 43-yard long and the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just Daniel Jones and Tyler Warren just unlocked everything. I still don't think they have a wide receiver 1. I mean, unless it is Tyler Warren. But
I was going to say, is the de facto wide receiver 1 now in that offense.
I think he was ridiculous at Penn State. I thought he would have a great rookie year. But my God, I mean, and that Denver defense is supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's why that was one of the games I think I said on the show on Friday that Denver's definitely going to
come back to reality for Daniel Jones.
Yeah, 100%. But holy shit, now we're looking through 2 games now. No interceptions for Daniel Jones, 2 touchdowns through the air, 3 rushing touchdowns for Daniel Jones now through 2 games. Just an absolute weapon for this offense. And I guess my question to you, Zach, is this sustainable for much longer?
I mean, at this point, until they prove otherwise, I mean, if they didn't do it against the Broncos, who we think has a good defense, I would say wait till they get tested. But I mean, almost 500 yards against that Broncos team, around 50% third down conversion percentage. They didn't have a turnover. I mean, that's how you win a football game, right? Denver has one turnover. They win the game by one. You have to protect the football. You have to convert on third down. And I mean, the production is there, 473 yards total.
Yeah. I mean, literally the current NFL leaders in passing yards. Number 1 is Russell Wilson. Number 2 is Daniel Jones. Like,
it's insane.
Insane, the world we live in. But I mean, you look at now through 2 games now, it's been wild. He has, through his first 2 games of cold, he has a 74.2% adjusted completion percentage, 616 total yards of offense, 5 touchdowns and no turnovers. Just would not expect this. And Zach, their schedule doesn't really get much difficult from here on out. I mean, part of it is they're playing in the AFC South, right? Yeah. Which is, we've talked about how it's kind of the worst division in football. But I mean, they haven't even played a divisional opponent yet. Their next 4 games, you've got in Tennessee, which is probably a win there.
Yeah.
At the Rams in LA, that'll be a good test to see what this offense is capable of. But then they're home against the Raiders and the Cardinals. It's like, we could be sitting here in 4 weeks, Zach. Colts could easily be 5-1.
Yeah, I was saying you drop one of those and you're sitting pretty.
Yeah. An absolute crazy world we live in, where the Chiefs are struggling at 0-2 and Daniel Jones and the Colts are 2-0. Yeah. But I do want to talk about the Chiefs next, Zach. Patrick Mahomes and this offense has really taken a step back, and it was, kind of coming. We were talking about it last year with the lack of a true wide receiver 1 for most of the year in that offense. Mm-hmm. Losing Rashee Rice, they had Xavier Worthy, but now this offense without either Rice or Worthy now has really struggled. But a lot of it is that they're not taking those deep shots that made them so effective and their offense so lethal, especially during the days of Tyreek Hill. But you look at Patrick Mahomes on throws of 10-plus air yards from 2017 to 2022. He had a 105.7 passer rating, which ranked 7th out of 60 quarterbacks. He averaged 0.57 EPA per dropback. That was 3rd in the NFL in that span. 2.5 touchdown per interception ratio, 6th in the NFL, and 12 yards per attempt, 4th in the NFL. Zach, over the last 3 years, those same stats, he has a 75.3 rating, 35th out of 47 quarterbacks, 0.30 EPA per dropback, 28th in the league, 0.6 touchdown to interception ratio, 45th out of 47th, and 10.5 yards per attempt is 22nd.
It's just, he doesn't have the roster that he needs. I mean, the offensive, I think Josh Simmons was a great draft pick. I thought he played really well. That touchdown saving tackle and the interception was, I mean, that's freak shit.
Yeah.
That big son of a bitch to move like that and have a tackle like that, I mean, it might have been the most impressive tackle of the weekend.
Oh, 100%.
But that's all well and good. The offensive line is still awful. And he doesn't have a wide receiver 1. Like Hollywood Brown is your Temu Tyreek Hill, averaging 6 yards a catch on Sunday.
Yeah.
30 total receiving yards on 6 catches. Travis Kelce, I thought was really good in the throw game. He's still a pussy in the run game and every other facet of football.
Well,
but he was what he was, what he's always been.
Yeah, but he had the bad drop in the end zone that led to the pick too. So.
I mean, yeah, it was a bad drop, but overall he played well. I mean, I thought he was definitely a playmaker. He was the best option for Mahomes. But when you go into a game like this, and I know the Eagles are really good on defense, and he doesn't have the time to push it down the field. You can't run the football at all. I mean, Kareem Hunt had 31 yards rushing. Mahomes was the leading rusher at 66 yards with his scramble runaround shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a recipe for success. They're sitting at 0-2, and you're 4 of 12 on third down. And again, Philly has arguably the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
Definitely top 5. But you can't go 4 for 12 on third down. You can't turn the ball over and beat a team like the Eagles. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Bad look, but it's funny. Yeah, Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco, 18 carries for 53 yards.
Just terrible.
Abysmal.
And I mean, now you're looking at their schedule, like their next game at New York.
Yeah.
That ain't no pushover anymore.
No, we were saying that was a clear-cut victory early on. Now it's like, fuck, they almost beat Dallas, and that offense looked fucking legit.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got the Ravens coming to town. At Jacksonville's going to be a win. I don't give a shit. We need the Jaguars to lose. Then you got the Lions at home, Raiders, Commanders at Buffalo. Like this, they got a couple really winnable games in there, but they're going to have to beat. I mean, you're talking about the Ravens, Lions, Commanders, all coming up in the next 5 games.
Yeah.
6 games.
And I mean, shit, Zach, it's an overreaction maybe, but like do you think this Chiefs team can make the playoffs right now? Given what we've seen through 2 games and given their schedule, do you think this is a playoff team?
It still should be a playoff team. They have Pat Mahomes, right? I mean, looking at their schedule, I think they're going to be a fringe playoff team.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to figure some shit out and figure it out fast.
The Chiefs are minus 200 right now to make the playoffs. Only teams with better odds in the AFC are Buffalo, Baltimore, and the Chargers are the 3 teams. But I'm looking at the schedule, Zach.
I think it's going to be tough.
I mean, if we'll play the game, we'll go through right now and say how many wins you think you see on the schedule. But you figure they got to have at least 10 to make the playoffs, right? 10-7 probably gets them in.
Yeah.
0-2 right now. I'll give them a win against the Giants next week. I think they finally get one done.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a loss right now. I don't care that they're home. Baltimore's beating this Kansas City team.
Absolutely.
I'll give them a win versus Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing to Detroit right now as it stands. I think
2-4.
I'll give them a win against the Raiders at home.
3-4.
Commanders.
We'll see what we get there. Are they trying to? Are the Commanders still trying to feed Fat Debo, or are they going to actually throw it to Terry McLaurin, their true wide receiver 1? I'm so out on the Redskins right now, but they are a really good. They should be. Let's put it that way. They should be a really good team.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll give the Chiefs a win because they're home there, and I think out of those, they have 3 games at home against Baltimore, Detroit, and Washington in that stretch. I don't think they lose all 3 of them, so I think they'll get one.
Yeah.
So they're sitting at 4 wins now. I have them losing to the Bills the next week in Buffalo.
In Buffalo, without a doubt.
Yeah. I could see them losing that game in Denver, too.
Yeah, they could.
I think the Colts will come back down to earth. I think they beat the Colts. That's 5 wins. I think they beat Dallas, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Yeah, probably. With that defense, I'd say so.
Yeah. So that's 6 right there. At home against the Texans.
That's a pick 'em. Toss up. Maybe because it's in Arrowhead.
I'll give it to them. So that's 7. Right now, the Chargers dominated them the first time they played. I don't see why they wouldn't beat them the second time. So that's an L for the Chiefs. So 7 wins with 3 games left. I think they beat the Titans for 8.
Yep.
And then it comes down to Broncos. I think they lose again to the Broncos, and I think the Raiders is 9 wins. Like, this is a 9-10 win team.
Yeah. So I think we gave them some losses based on their performance in their first 2 games. I think they will have some form of level up. I mean, I think they're going to get better. I think they'll probably be a 10-win team and make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to return to the AFC Championship. I don't think they're going to be in the Super Bowl. I think that they have a ton of work to do on the offense to get him a weapon, a wide receiver, and to beef up that offensive line. They need to improve the offensive line. The offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, and they will get Rashee Rice back. What is it, a 6-game suspension?
Yeah, which that'll help for sure.
And then they need Xavier Worthy to get healthy too. Shout out Travis Kelce for injuring his own teammate.
Right.
So once those 2 guys get back, it'll definitely help make the offense a little more dynamic. But again, I don't know if Rashee Rice is a clear-cut wide receiver 1 in this league.
No, so, but they'll take anything right now.
I mean, that's true. You look at their pass catchers yesterday, Zach. You had Travis Kelce led them with 61 receiving yards. Tyquan Thornton was their next leading receiver. Then Hollywood Brown. Then Nico Remigio, Isaiah Pacheco, Juju Smith-Schuster had 1 catch. Kareem Hunt 1 catch. Noah Gray with a catch. And Brashard Smith got a target.
A target.
Yeah. I mean, just no names in this offense right now in the throw game. So
yeah.
They're going to need it. They're going to need it. But, Zach, I do want to get another commercial break. And then we got to talk Joe Burrow. He's out 3 months. It's official. Turf toe. Surgery required.
Unreal.
Want to unpack that with you and the Bengals fans in the chat. This is a safe space.
Can the Browns finish second to last in the division with Joe Burrow out? Is it possible? I mean, the Bengals still pull off a win. So,
I mean, they're 2-0 right now, which is crazy because I feel like it's the least impressive 2-0.
I mean, they absolutely shouldn't have beat the Browns. And if you told me Joe Burrow gets hurt early in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, and now I'm stuck. My fantasy team, I'm fucked. I got J.G. McCarthy as my starter.
Oh, God. And
yeah.
We haven't even broken down that game yet because he looked like fucking ass last night.
He looked incredible. Awesome. Best quarterback in the league. By the way, Caleb Williams still sucks.
Oh, big time.
We got to talk that after the break as well.
Yeah.
52-21. The Lions just drugged their nuts all over Chicago's face.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful fucking thing to watch. At least one of my teams got a convincing dub and looked the part. All right, we'll unpack the rest of the league, the rest of the weekend, and also talk the Browns. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army, football season is finally back. And I don't know if you bet this past weekend, but it's time to start building that bankroll. And our partner, MyBookie, is here to give you free money to start building it. There's no better way to build it than free money. Right now is the perfect time to get ahead of the curve. College football kicks off officially this weekend, and MyBookie's got national championship odds, Heisman odds, futures, all the lines you want. Your week one parlay awaits you. And if you're brand new, you get a little extra juice. Sign up with promo code MENACE and drop in $100, and MyBookie's going to give you $50 free. That's free money. Bankroll immediately is a winner. Week one, you've already won. The action's heating up, the odds are moving, and this season's shaping up. It'll be a good one already. Don't miss it. Bet big, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. I've told the story before. I'm going to tell it again. I used chewing tobacco, Kodiak, for like 15 years. And when it was time to kick that nasty spitting habit, spitters everywhere, I needed an option. And thankful for our partner, Lucy, I found that option. 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco-free, and their new Lucy breakers are incredible. They're nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. And the best part is you can set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door on time as much as you need it. My favorite flavor is the mango. It's outstanding. I've got it right here. It's a 12 milligram, which is double what I can get at a gas station. That's to level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/menace and use promo code menace to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind, so you literally got nothing to lose. Again, that's lucy.co and use code menace to get 20% off. But here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. There you have it. I have one in right now.
There it is. Yeah, I guess a little, finishing up around the league yesterday, like you said, shout out our Detroit Lions, 52-21, kind of putting to rest all concerns that they were maybe having a little bit of a hangover after week one and then lost to Green Bay.
Jared Goff was balling. 334 yards passing, 5 touchdowns. Shout out Jamison Williams, averaging 54 yards a catch. 2 catches, 108 yards with a touchdown, the 64-yarder. Dude, I think Detroit looked incredible, finally. Yeah. I mean, because that week one game, it was like, oh, shit, do the Lions suck?
I mean, week one game, I was honestly concerned if, like, losing both coordinators was going to be, take its toll on them.
And it was the Bears. It was the Bears, and they're fucking terrible. Caleb Williams sucks.
Yeah, Caleb Williams, 19 of 30, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Just, again, and the game was over from the start. Detroit kind of went bell to ass. But shout out, I mean, if there was any sort of, I don't know, good news for Chicago, it's that Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze kind of had a good connection going.
I mean, they got catches, a stud,
128 yards.
Yeah, they got a stud in wide receiver 1, Rome Odunze.
Yeah. But yeah, so shout out Caleb Williams, 0-2. Also around the league last night, Falcons winning 22-6. JJ McCarthy looking absolutely abysmal after winning what I thought was a weak-ass NFC Offensive Player of the Week award from a week ago after one good quarter. He came back to reality last night, 11 for 21 passing, 158 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. A bad deal for old JJ.
Bad deal. When Justin Jefferson only gets 3 catches in a game where this is not a game where it'd be one thing if they were ahead, maybe controlling the clock. No. You were down the entire game. I mean, Atlanta jumped out to the lead and never looked back. And Justin Jefferson only had 3 catches. He got targeted 6 times, but 3 catches. He had 81 yards, 27 yards a catch.
Yeah.
How you don't get him the football more? You have the best receiver in the National Football League. You have to get him the ball.
Yeah, it's 100%. I'm a little nervous because I have Justin Jefferson in 2 fantasy leagues. I thought, he would get the same treatment he got last year with Sam Darnold. Like, fuck it, just throw it to your best player.
At least the Garrett Wilson before Aaron Rodgers treatment, right? Dog shit quarterbacks, but still going to get he's going to be the feature, right? You got one of the best receivers in the league. They're just going to feed him the ball. Even if it's bad quarterback play, he's going to get his stats.
Yeah.
That was not the case yesterday.
Yeah, but in a rematch of the 2023 national championship game, the quarterbacks. It was kind of a lackluster game. I mean, you didn't have a touchdown until 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, just field goal after field goal.
Dude, the kicker's got a lot of work.
Yeah, that game put me to sleep. But Michael Penix didn't really do much, 13 of 21 passing for 135 yards. It was the B-John show yesterday, 22 carries for 143 rushing yards and also adding 25 receiving yards. He looks like the best back in football right now.
He is legit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no doubt.
I think, you can make an argument that Saquon or Derrick Henry still hold the top dog.
We're going to talk about Derrick Henry in a minute.
Yeah, we are.
Hey, the elves from Cleveland locked Derrick Henry up.
Say the one guy who talked his shit and backed it up was Grant Delpit. I'll give him credit where credit's due. But Zach, before we dive into the Browns, I want to stick with our other AFC North, counterpart, the Cincinnati Bengals. It is official as of 30, 45 minutes ago. Joe Burrow is having surgery on his toe, which will require him to be out for at least 3 months. Zach,
God, dude.
Is this the end of the season for Cincinnati?
I mean, you'd like to think so. I mean, they pull out a win against the Jaguars, who we don't think is good and we're really hoping is bad.
Yeah.
But they couldn't run the football. Chase Brown couldn't get going. I mean, Jamar Chase, it was really just Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase went nuclear, and Jake Browning just leaned on one of the best receivers in football, something I would have expected J.J. McCarthy to do in Minnesota.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a no-brainer, right?
Yeah, in a world where Justin Jefferson gets 6 targets, Jamar Chase got 16. Like 14 catches, 165 yards, and a touchdown. And Jake Browning, he looked serviceable.
I mean, yeah,
the 3 picks weren't ideal.
No, but again, this is a guy who's been in this system for a little bit now. I don't know. I guess my question to you is, do you think that so 3 months would give Burrow back in mid-December?
Mm-hmm.
Can they weather the storm for 3 months and stay? I mean, again, they have a 2-game head start right now. They're 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can they survive these next 3 months and find themselves either right at or just around 500?
Well, here's the deal. If let's say he comes back for the last 3 games of the year, that's December 21st would be the third to last game. They got at Dolphins, Cardinals at home, Browns at home. I think that should be, with Joe Burrow back, 3 wins.
Yeah.
So now you're at 5. So what do they have to get to? They need 4 or 5 wins without Joe Burrow to make the playoffs, and that's all you're looking to do, right?
Yeah. If we'll say 10 wins is a bet to make the playoffs.
So they need 5 wins out of the Joe Burrow-less games.
Mm-hmm.
At Minnesota, what I watched last night, I think that they could get that win. Jake Browning could pull off a win in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Now let's not even count it, but I think that's a fringe one. Let's put that in a category. We could bring that one back in.
Yeah.
At Denver's going to be a tough out, I think.
I agree.
Lions at home is tough. Lions at home is going to be tough. At Green Bay is going to be tough. In Pittsburgh is going to be tough. So we're not counting any of those. The Jets at home is a win. The Bears at home is a win. So there's 2.
Okay.
At Pittsburgh, we'll give it a loss. Patriots at home, we'll give that a win. That's 3.
Okay.
At Ravens, at Bills, then Ravens at home. So they need that Minnesota win to get 4, and now you're looking at 9 wins.
Yeah, I'd say the Minnesota, and then maybe, just because I'm not convinced with Pittsburgh, I think maybe they could steal one of the 2 Pittsburgh games.
If they split with Pittsburgh, that gets them the 5 wins they need to finish with 10 wins and make the playoffs.
All right.
So that's what it comes down to. They got to beat the Vikings. I mean, this weekend will tell you everything you need to know. If they lose in Minnesota to J.J. McCarthy, I think their playoff hopes are very, very, very dim.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. They're 2-0 right now, but their odds to make the playoffs are plus 176 right now, whereas the Chiefs are 0-2 and are minus 205 to make the playoffs. Again, Vegas is anticipating a massive drop-off for Cincinnati. I'm just happy, first and foremost, they pulled off the win yesterday.
Yeah.
And sent Jacksonville home with an L, because that's huge for us.
Huge. And when he got hurt, I was like, this is the most Browns luck ever.
I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Of course, now the Jaguars are going to be 2-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, shout out Cincy for getting the win yesterday. And yeah, we'll see if they can survive this. But man, it's malpractice at this point to sign Joe Burrow and give him and his weapons all this money, yet refuse to build a competent offensive line, because Burrow's been getting hit.
Oh, dude, his whole career.
His
entire career has been just brutal.
And we And the Bengals just can't keep him healthy. And part of it's their own doing, Zach. They have one of the worst offensive lines in football.
Yeah.
And we knew
and the sad part about the Bengals, I mean, the Browns' offensive line is not any better, but they're just not built to win games now that Joe Burrow's hurt. Like, you look at what Cleveland does, and we're going to talk about Cleveland in a minute, but they run the football and have a solid defense. Now, their secondary didn't look great yesterday, but we'll attribute that to injury.
Yeah.
If Cincinnati had a really good defense and could run the football, you'd be like, all right, maybe they can win a couple games they aren't supposed to, or maybe they can keep it close and then Jamar Chase can pop off and win a game for them. They're just not built they're built to win high scoring games with Joe Burrow as the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what they're built to do.
Built to rifle the ball downfield 40 times and, just outscore your opponent. That's exactly what they're doing. They're an air raid offense. Now with Jake Browning, that whole style of offense just gets thrown into question.
Yes.
But yeah, so tough break for Cincy fans, tough break for the Bengals. Hopefully they can stay afloat and find themselves in position when Burrow gets back, but I don't know how likely that is.
Me either.
I do want to talk Browns, Zach. I guess I'll ask you, I want to start with the defense because I feel like that was actually the one thing that for the majority of the day was somewhat decent. I know that the final score is not indicative of how the defense performed overall.
No.
But I was impressed, especially with how they kept the game close for 3 quarters or 2.5 quarters.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett and that defensive front continued to look great. The secondary, I have some concerns. I know me and you were texting about it during the game yesterday, but Cam Mitchell looked fucking awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
They can't afford Denzel Ward to not play. And we're talking cramps.
Yeah.
He didn't play because he had cramps. Cramps are incredibly preventable. Like, just be hydrated, stretch, get an IV, and don't cramp. I know he's a quick twitch corner, right? You're going to deal with some hamstring issues and things like that when it comes to like pulls and strains. That's going to happen because he's so quick twitch. He might be the quickest twitch athlete in the NFL.
Yeah.
But cramps are so preventable. What is the training staff doing? How does Denzel Ward not play an entire game because he's cramping up? I've honestly never heard of that or seen that.
Yeah. So just bad look all around. It's funny because I think when Denzel Ward's not on the field, you kind of see how important he is to this defense and how much he keeps it together because the secondary just completely fell apart when he wasn't out there. And now I'm seeing stuff on the timeline of fans saying, well, shit, if this is kind of a precursor to Denzel Ward's season, like, should we just trade him now before he really gets hurt and salvage whatever draft capital we can get for him? I don't know if I'm ready to do that just yet. I don't know where you feel or where you stand on that.
No, I'm absolutely not ready to do that.
Okay. I mean, shit, if we're trying to tank, that's the way to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. I think him and Myles Garrett are the cornerstones of the defense.
It's a terrible game, 41-17. We know that. I mean, that's obviously a bad loss. Mm-hmm. I mean, a 24-point loss is terrible. But when you get a punt blocked that leads to a touchdown, you have a fumble return for a touchdown, and you have an interception that leads to a touchdown. You're talking about 21 of the 24 points you just gifted the Ravens. Mm-hmm. And they have fucking Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Like, they're loaded. You can't gift them 21 points like that.
No.
It's just – and the defense – the secondary was terrible. We made DeAndre Hopkins look like he was in his prime.
Yeah.
I mean, he just looked like he was a fucking stud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we shut the Ravens down outside of a couple deep balls where our secondary was just awful. I mean, Derrick Henry couldn't run the ball. Lamar didn't even run the ball. We bottled Lamar up like crazy. They were 3 of 12 on third down. It was a pretty solid performance from the defense if you take away those just horrific deep balls.
Yeah, but even still, I mean, it's funny. Like, you look at the box score at the end of the day. Lamar had 225 passing yards. It wasn't like it was a crazy aerial attack. The 4 touchdowns were huge, but then rushing the football, I mean, the leading rusher was Derrick Henry with 23 yards. If you had told me, Zach, on Friday that the Browns are going to hold Derrick Henry to 23 yards and that would be the Ravens' leading rusher, I'd be thrilled.
I would tell you he got hurt. Not that he had 11 carries for 23 yards, 2.1 yards a carry. Mm-hmm. And I told Cam, I mean, it was the first drive. And I told Cam, I said, hey, fire his under rushing yards. Because you could just tell their whole intent and purpose was to make sure Derrick Henry didn't just abuse them in the run game.
Yeah, and they kept Lamar Jackson in the pocket too, and didn't allow him to scramble. I mean, he only had 2 carries.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson only have 2 carries is crazy.
Yeah,
but I mean, guys just pop, and it wasn't even like Zay Flowers. It wasn't like Zay Flowers cooked them. I mean, you're talking about Tez Walker had 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
DeAndre Hopkins had 64 yards receiving in that 141-yard touchdown. Yeah. It was just those 3 big pass plays.
That was it.
That's it.
Just 3 big pass plays that really cost them the game. I shouldn't say cost them the game because the offense couldn't really move the ball.
No, they couldn't do anything.
I guess it made the score seem worse than what it could have been. But Zach, I do want to get one more commercial break here and then close the show by talking about the Browns offense and kind of what they got to do moving forward to bring some life to this team.
We'll go silver lining before the commercial break because then we're going to get to the dark side after the commercial break. I thought Devin Bush was a fucking stud. Grant Delpit was a stud. Mason Graham flashed. The rookie D tackle I thought played really well. That's promising for the future. Mm-hmm. Myles Garrett's obviously a great player. I mean, just dominant always. And then Carson Schweschinger. I think our 2 rookies on defense fucking balled out. Played really well. So there's a lot of positive things to focus on.
There is.
But after the break, we'll talk about the offense and all positivity will go away. All right, we'll be right back after this. The harsh reality of being a man and getting a little bit older is most of us lose our hair. The hairline starts going backwards, running away from your eyebrows. It's just the reality of life. But we got a great tool for you to try to fix that problem. It's called Hims, and their hair loss solutions are incredible. They all work, and the process is simple. 100% online, no uncomfortable doctor visits, and they have several different things. You can choose from personalized chewable options, oral, spray, serum treatments. Find whatever works best for you. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. They have hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers already, and they can help you get your confidence back. 2, with visibly thicker and fuller hair. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/menace. That's HIMS.com/menace for your personalized hair loss treatment options. hims.com/menace. Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. All right, Menace Army, I talked about it, and if you haven't tried it out yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's a box. It's about this big. Plug it in the back of your TV, hook it up to Wi-Fi, and you get everything. Every show, every game, every movie ever made. You get it all. All you got to do is buy it. There's no subscription, no fees. You can cancel cable. You literally get every channel, every sports game, every movie that's ever come out. You get pay-per-views, you get Netflix, Amazon Prime, you name it. Every subscription, streaming service, you get it all for one price and you're set for life. They also just came out the newest box, which comes with DVR capabilities. You can pause, rewind, fast forward, all of that, live TV. It's a must get. Go to getabox.com and use promo code MENACE. You get $25 off. I've yet to find one person who wasn't thrilled. I promise you'll love it. Go check it out. Getabox.com right now. Get $25 off with promo code MENACE. All right, there you have it.
There it is. Shout out the Browns, Zach. Joe Flacco looked abysmal yesterday, and I'm ready. Again, I don't care if it's Shedeur Sanders or Dillon Gabriel. I'm just ready to get the ball moving on this rookie quarterback fiasco and kind of see what each of these 2 guys can bring to the table. Dillon Gabriel came in and I thought did a great job. Like we said, it was against Baltimore's backups, but came in and moved the ball and provided some life for this offense that just looked completely lifeless for most of the day yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I called for him to be benched after week 1. I watched it live in Cleveland Browns Stadium. He even the singles, he doesn't have great accuracy. Like, he makes it really hard on these receivers and tight ends to catch the easy ones. Zone coverage, they sit in a zone, curl route, whatever it is, and that bitch is all over. You don't even know where the ball's going. Yeah. Now, that being said, I'm thinking long term here. I mean, I wanted them to make the switch after week 8 going into the bye week. I think we need to make it 2 weeks earlier, but I don't want to make it right now. I don't want to send Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur out there to this 4-game stretch to just get obliterated. Yeah. I mean, you got the Packers at home this weekend. I'll be there. At Detroit, the Vikings in London, and then at Pittsburgh. I think you let Joe Flacco just manage those 4. Going to be 4 L's. We know that. We're going to start 0-6. And then the Dolphins come to town, and then you go to New England, and then you got to bye. I think you start Dillon Gabriel or Shedeur, whoever it is. I mean, obviously, it is Dillon Gabriel right now. Mm-hmm. Start him against the Dolphins at home. And let's see let's let them go then. Because then you got Dolphins at New England, bye week, at the Jets, Ravens, at Vegas, San Fran at home, Titans at home, at Chicago. Like, you have some very winnable.
Yeah. I mean, the back half of the schedule is super easy.
It is. And I mean, unfortunately, we're going to play the Bengals when Joe Burrow's back, of course.
Yeah.
We couldn't catch him when he's out. But I just don't want to shatter one of these rookies' confidence for what? I don't give a shit if they come in and they play better than Joe Flacco. We're not beating the Packers. We're not beating the Lions. We might be able to beat the Vikings if JJ sucks like he sucked this weekend, and we're not winning in Pittsburgh. So let's just let Joe Flacco manage those 4, take our lumps, and then when Miami comes to town, let's start a rookie.
Yeah. No, I am fine with that. There's part of me that's just wanting to see it now, but you're right. I mean, the next 4 games are brutal, and it wouldn't be the right thing to do.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't want to you really want to see them down the stretch, right? You God forbid you start Dillon Gabriel and he gets hurt against one of those teams. You weren't going to win anyways.
Yeah.
Like, let's get him to some winnable games and a bye week and prime him up to be the starter and see if he can do it down that stretch with very winnable games.
Yeah. I'm just so sick and tired of watching this offense right now.
Yeah, me too.
Flacco threw the ball 45 times yesterday and couldn't even get to 200 yards passing. It's all just checkdowns and short throws. We're taking no downfield shots. The running game did look a little better. Shout out Quinshawn.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's one bright spot on offense, Quinshawn looked explosive.
Yeah.
He looked like a great, shot of adrenaline into the run game.
Yeah.
And so I'm really thrilled that he, dude, when he got activated, you should have seen Cam. He was flipping out.
I was thrilled because
me too.
I put all much stock into him this year. I think I have him in 4 of my 6 fantasy leagues.
Of course you do.
So I've been kind of holding out. But yeah, thank God he came in, looked the part. I'm excited to see how his role in the offense continues to evolve as he gets to practice more in the next few weeks. And then hopefully avoid suspension. I guess we're still waiting to hear from the NFL
or suspend him right now for 4 games so he doesn't play. Like, we just want him back when the rookie's starting in some winnable games.
Yeah. But again, it's like we talk about the pieces for the future that are there for Cleveland. We talked about it on the defensive side of the ball with Mason Graham and Carson Schlesinger. Honestly, offensively, Quinshawn looked great yesterday. Samson looked the part week 1. Didn't really do too much yesterday aside from the touchdown catch late in the game. And then Harold Fannin has been a great weapon so far.
Listen, this is not. I mean, we need some tackle help. We need it's a multiple piece rebuild. But if we can find a QB1 either on roster or in the draft next year and draft a true wide receiver 1, then you just got to tool the offensive line, whether in free agency or second, third round picks, or if I feel like we got some really good pieces. Mason Graham, great piece. Carson Schlesinger, lights out, great pick. Quinshawn looked the part in his first game. Harold Fannin and David Njoku, that 12 personnel, that is a really impactful combination right there. It feels like we're going in the right direction.
It does.
But ultimately, like always, we have to find a quarterback, and they need wide receiver 1.
Yeah. Is the wide, I guess I'll put quarterback aside for now. Out of the 3 position groups, I'll say wide receiver, offensive line, and secondary. Which of the 3 do you think is the biggest concern right now for you to address moving forward?
Between offensive line, definitely offensive line.
Okay.
Because the way the Browns won games when they made the playoffs and the way they almost beat Cincinnati, their defense is legit. Now, Denzel needs to be healthy, right? We can't let them just dunk on us on deep shots like Lamar did yesterday. Mm-hmm. But if they can get that offensive line improved where they can play great defense, run the football, and not ask the quarterback to do as much, I think that's the most important piece. And then either secondary help or Denzel's healthy, however you want to. The secondary needs to be better.
I mean, the secondary needs help even with Denzel.
They do. Absolutely, they do.
They're just so thin right now, and we're relying on Greg Newsome to be like a lockdown corner, which he shows that he has flashes of at times, but he's just too inconsistent. Where it's like, for me, I think that's my biggest want right now is to shore up the secondary a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, if Denzel's healthy, that does take care of part of it.
Did you guys see that Stefanski said they rotated that left tackle spot because of the heat?
I didn't, and I don't care.
It was 80 degrees.
Yeah.
And it was in Baltimore. It's not like we're in fucking Tampa. It's just sweltering heat.
Is that a nice way to say DeJuan Jones is out of shape still?
Yeah, DeJuan Jones is fat as fuck and lazy as fuck.
Listen,
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, we talked about it all off season, but like, how the fuck DeJuan Jones? I mean, we got Uber
we
Eats
had
history.
We had an Uber driver send us his Uber order, and it was like 4 McFlurries to go with like apple pies and all kinds of shit. Like, I'm so out on DeJuan Jones.
He did a mukbang right before camp.
Yeah,
literally
dude, right before camp, as he's rehabbing a fucking injury. So yeah, I don't know. The DeJuan Jones experiment has not gone well. I do want to get to some super chats before we close out the show here. Supreme Chancellor Ben Vargo, thanks to the 2. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 0-2.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking A.
Me too.
I mean, everyone, Chiefs, Browns, all of us 0-2. Get Tegra off the field. Thanks for the 2. Tegra looked god awful, so you know he will be a Bengal.
He did not look good, so he probably will He probably will go to Cincinnati.
He'll be Joe Burrow's next protection.
I mean, literally, think about the Buckeyes that went to Cincinnati. Billy Price bust. Isaiah Prince, not any good. Like,
didn't Michael Jordan end up there too?
Yeah, he did, and he wasn't very good either.
Sam Hubbard's the only one that
I'm talking about O lineman.
Yeah, it's a defensive lineman. So,
Coach Zach, thanks for the 2. Cam Ward is him. Brian and Bill Callahan are not.
Cam Ward, dude, that touchdown pass Cam Ward had was the best throw I think I've ever seen.
That was nasty. And shout out Elik Aluminor, however the fuck you pronounce his name. But I think through 2 weeks now, only has one less target than Calvin Ridley. He's kind of becoming the new wide receiver 1 there.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he got famous?
Torched Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he belt the ass on Travis.
Stanford kid?
Yeah.
Ben, thanks to the 2. Shout out Tua turned the ball over. Braves' first Patriots win.
Yeah, shout out Braves getting the dub.
Yeah, shout out
Miami's 0-2. Are they cooked? They're cooked, right?
Oh my God. Talk about they might be the worst team in the NFL, Zach. And I dead ass think they might be worse than the Browns.
Yeah, the way they got did week 1.
We're gonna find out when they go to New York, when they go play the Jets in week 3. I mean, they're gonna lose in Buffalo. We know that.
Yeah.
But when New York comes to Miami.
Yeah.
Don't let Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson get sexual on the Dolphins.
Absolutely. Hopefully. Well, so Fields' status for next week, it just got confirmed from Aaron Glenn that Fields is in concussion protocol and is TBD for week 3. Currently.
Yeah, he should be back for week 4 in the Dolphins, though.
I hope so. I need him for fantasy. But Zach, that is all the super chats we have. Get us on out of here on this Monday.
Sounds good. We appreciate you, Pound Town. We'll be back every day, 9 a.m. Hit that subscribe button. Our question of the day is, do you want Joe Flacco put on the bench right now? I gave you my opinion. I want it to happen in 4 weeks. I want him to go through the meat grinder and then switch it up for the Dolphins game. But do you think the Browns should bench Joe Flacco? Yes or no? In the comments, let us know. We'll see you tomorrow, Pound Town. Menace out.